Hello YouTube, this is Lisa. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. I'm doing great. If this is your first time to my channel, I appreciate you stopping by. And if you are a return viewer, thank you for coming back. And so I am in my car on my lunch hour, and I just wanted to do a garden chat with you all today. I usually do one of these at the end of every season, to just kind of talk about what happened in the last season, and but this time I'm just probably going to talk about the whole year. Now I have already done these a couple times this year, 2 or 3 times this year, and I've talked about other seasons, but I'm just going to talk to you all about what I have learned this year in gardening in 2023. And so one of the things that I learned, I think next year what we will do, well, I learned it this year. Okay, so last year, 2022, had I made my first in-ground watermelon mound, and melon mound, and I grew watermelons and cantaloupes and honeydew melons out of it, and something kept eating my honeydew melon, and so I thought, well, get the fence up and keep out whatever is doing that. Well, had the fence put up and something was still eating, and so we decided it's probably rodents. You can't keep a rodent out of chicken wire, because that's what our fence is. So and my sister had remembered last year, I think she had put pots of mint around in there. It was already after they had already eaten half of the stuff, but so we tried it this year, put mint pots. I think we had 3 or 4 pots of mint that we put down. Worked fine. We did not have any more melons eaten up after we did that. So that's what I learned. So what I think I'm gonna do next year is just plant mint everywhere, even only in pots though. I'm not gonna put it in the ground, because that stuff would take over, and it'll be all over the place and take everything over. But I'm even thinking about growing them in pots all around the house, the perimeter of the house, because snakes don't like it either. Mr. No Shoulders now, they don't like mint. They don't like it. So I had too many visits from him this summer and this spring and all, and I don't particularly care for him. He scares me to death. So, but that's one thing. And another thing, and okay, when you're gardening and you get dead in the middle of summer gardening, and it's just one thing after the other, you're busy doing everything, harvesting and preserving and just planting and weeding, just a lot of stuff that you're doing in the middle of summer, and it's hot too. You have got to fertilize. You have to fertilize your plants. Sometimes you overlook it and things may not get fertilized like it needs to be, but you have to fertilize your garden. You have to, especially if you're using like water soluble fertilizers, and you just have to do it, and your plants will be more healthy if you fertilize on a regular basis, and you know, they'll be healthy, so if something attacks it, it can sustain it. And but if you don't fertilize, the pests will take advantage of the plant, and so just fertilize. Keep a schedule. I made a chart to help me remember to fertilize. because, and that helped this year. I just put a chart, made a table, and put the like the date that I did it, the name of the plant, what fertilizer I used, and when it'll be time to do it again. And I stuck to it, and so that helps a lot. I think this next year, tomato cages, I don't know, the tomatoes, tomato plants that I grow are all indeterminate, so they outgrow the cages. The cages are just not strong enough, they're not tall enough, and they just not strong enough. And the winds that we get here in North Alabama, oh Lord, they just knock over tomato cages. They do. So tomato cages are good, I guess, for determinate tomato plants, but they are no good for indeterminate. So I bought a whole bunch of them, and I already had a bunch, but I think I'll just use them for other stuff, maybe peppers or something like that, something a little lighter, lighter weight than an indeterminate tomato plant. And one thing that I learned this year too is I had shade cloth. I had used shade cloth last year, but then I don't know, I just didn't think about it. It was just so hot, and I don't know, when it gets midsummer and it's hot, it's stuff slip your mind, and I don't know why, but I started using my shade cloth this year, and it was almost too late. But you have to use your shade cloth. Gardening is different now than it used to be, and I'm not saying that I'm like a veteran at this, because I'm not, but like when I started in 2020 and 2021, the summers seem different. They don't seem like they were as hot as 22 and 23 has been. Oh Lord, 115 degrees or 110 and plus, and I know a lot of you guys out in Texas and other places, oh great, whew, over 120 and all like that. That is not humane to me. That's just not. And so got to use shade cloth, because a lot of plants, they love heat, but not that. And so you got to shade them, from the sun. And got to use the shade cloth. Soon as it's starting to get really hot, got to put the shade cloth on them. And so another thing that I learned this year is I love row cover. And used it a couple weeks ago, worked out great. So I have plenty of row cover, frost protection cover, or whatever you gonna call it. But it is great. If you don't have any, you should think about getting you some. If you are in a cold, like fall is cold, and anytime that it's cold and gonna get below freezing and all that, so you should get you some frost protection or row cover fabric. And I have just decided that as soon as I plant brassicas, whenever I'm going to use them or plant them, grow them, I need to use Tool. As soon as I transplant them into the garden, I need to put Tool over them, because the white moth will take advantage of you. I say this all the time. Stuff will just take advantage. They will take advantage of you. And don't think just because, your greens and all them are so pretty and everything that you don't need Tool. They pretty to you, and they pretty to that moth. And the moth will come on there and lay eggs on it, and then the worms will eat them up. And they won't be pretty anymore. So as soon as you get you a transplant your brassicas in the garden, just go right on ahead and put you some Tool over it, and just do that, and you might get you some good greens and cabbage and all them to grow for you. And so it like I said, I've done these chats before, so that's just a few things that I wanted to talk about that I learned this year. And so now I'm just going to talk about next year, what I'll be doing. And so I am going to find me some new varieties of things to grow, like peppers. I don't know if I will look, because I like the California Wonder, I like the Lesia, and I don't know if I'll just be doing all the other colors, like the orange and the red, and I might do a red one. And I have the red Ozark, and I may continue to grow that one. But the Lesia gets red, and so that's probably the reason why I might not do the Ozark, the red Ozark. The red, orange, and the canary or the yellow, they are hard to... They grow so slow. Lord have mercy, they grow so slow. And they just grow so slow. They germinate slow and they grow slow. And even when you put them out in their garden, they grow slow. And so I just need things to go ahead and grow, and so we can get to harvesting, you know. And I don't know if I'll be finding any new peppers. I might some hot peppers, but I like the cayennes that we grow, and the jalapenos. But the ones that I had this time, they grow slow too, but I don't know. But okra, I am going to find me another variety of okra. And I've already talked to you about my tomatoes. I have a lot of different tomatoes I'll be growing. The lima beans, I'm going to grow the Henderson's bush lima beans, and probably in the place of the Fort Hook ones. The Fort Hook ones, my coworker had given me those seeds, and they grew good. They did well. But I just, my sister and I both agree that they didn't taste as good as the Alabama black-eyed butterbean. And so I've seen a lot of other gardeners grow the Henderson's lima beans, and so I'm gonna try those next year. And we really love the Alabama black-eyed butterbean, but they grow like all over the place. Like one seed probably it will grow all over their garden. And they are good, but it's just so many of them that grows. And so I have another list of like I'm gonna find some more carrots, cucumbers. I might look for another variety of collards too. And so that's that. Next year I will be building some structures, probably out of PVC pipes, for covering, like the shade cloth. I don't want to just use the hoops and stuff for the shade cloth. I want to build some structures, some great big, because like my tomatoes, I need that to be tall this year, and I got it as tall as I could, but I just need it to be really tall to cover and shade the tomatoes. And so that I'll be doing that too. The tomato trellis, how I built it, I ran the PVC pipe down the center there, where I dropped the strings and all like that. I'm not going to use PVC pipe because I'm just not going to do that this next year. I'm going to get some of that conduit, electrical pipe like stuff, and it's strong and it'll hold up better, because when the tomato plants get tall and heavy, they start to weigh down, and the PVC pipe, it bends, it'll like slope. And I think I'm gonna use conduit pipe to build the tomato cage, my tomato trellis. Another thing that I want to do is more cattle panel. We have 3 of them, I think, and so I think we want to get more to put up. And I think I want some longer ones so that we can make like arches over the walkways and stuff. So maybe we could think about just growing the Alabama black-eyed butter beans in something like that, where it can grow over the trellis, and instead of just taking over one cattle panel. And I want to either build or buy a door for the fence for the for the door to the garden in the fencing. So because the way we have to do it is just rigged. Like, my sister don't even like dealing with it because it's just the way that it is, and she hates dealing with it to get in and out. So we got to do something better. And the last thing is irrigation. Have to get irrigation put in that garden. RainPoint sent me that wonderful smart timer, and I got to get irrigation put in there out there. Your plants will do better when you fertilize them on a regular basis, and when you water them when they need to be watered, and the soil needs to be watered, not plants. They like, because when it gets hot and you go out there and you just start spraying your plants, if you're not getting into the soil is what needs watering, not the plants. Because the leaves and all like that, if it's hot and you watering the leaves, the sun's gonna come out and bake them and fry them. So you really need to, when you are watering, if you're hand watering with a hose or something, you need to water the soil. And that's what'll, because the roots are in the soil, and the roots is what need the moisture, needs the water. So irrigation with the little sprinklers all around, it waters the soil, and it's like when it's not so hot, that's when you need the water. And that here is early in the morning, and I can't get out there and water early in the morning because I have to come to work. So I've been talking about it for a couple years, but this in 2024, I am definitely gonna have irrigation put into my garden. And so that's just all I wanted to talk to you all about today. I have some other things that I'll be coming on talking about, and but I am going to I know I've been wanting to talk to you all about that, but you know, it's just that at the end of every season, I usually will kind of just look over the previous season and evaluate myself and see what I need to do better, and what I need to change and all that. And so a lot of you who watch my videos, if you see something that you think I need to change and I didn't mention it, drop it in the comments. Let me know what I should do, because we all in this together. And you know, just whatever, because a lot of you see stuff that I do that you all try and you like it. So, you know, I don't mind you all letting me know what you do that I could probably change and do and be easier for everybody. So If you like my videos, if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up and hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload content. And so you stay safe, stay well, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.